The War Hero by Michael Lieber, narrated by Peter Walters. Opening Prologue, The Voice of Creation. The greatest redemption is between the war of two evils. Their very retaliation reveals their goodly nature. But this, as a statement, does not apply to you. Not you, my dovely darlings, my P and V of perfect porcelain. Simple to the ear, but true nonetheless. Boys will be boys, and girls will be girls. In short, you can do no wrong in my eyes. If I had any, of course. I remember everything, but to be specific, the day you were born, all tiny tips and terrible tantrums you were, dancing a careless phantasm that I still often envy, the adolescent sulk of blissful melancholy, your first kiss and the pressure of profession everlasting. You cursed me then once, and then again in your middle-aged, load-bearing weight of servility, a father, mother, martyr, and lover, and alas, my jaded doves, that graceful flight of old, the waddling decade of crimson velvet, coupled with an overwhelming wave of technology that appears so frightening to the plagued brain of cherry-picked nostalgia, shrinking, ever shrinking to that inevitable blue-veined, serpented limb, outstretched to a cracked ceiling, mutely crying my harrowing name, praying and pleading for one last adventure. So many lives, I'm cursed more times than I ever could bear, but please, please realize that even in your last fragile moments, I will forever be your gentle svelte, with rosy cheeks as you are, were and always shall be, my little ones, and although I may grow brutal and hidish, my attention turned by tender tadpoles of light, I will never forget you. I can't forget you, which is why I so want you to understand me. After all, I understand you. At least, I think I have that capacity. And as a consequence, I have only just now realized how god-awfully depressing I've just been. So, let us raise ourselves, comrades. Let us open our gullets and pour warm liquid chocolate down till we grow bright with its wild warmth. Let us breathe fully into our eager lungs and admire the view, however bleak it may seem, for this journey is not for the weak. It is for the painted braves, the worse of the willing, and can be found in the reluctant, sleeping brain of a freshly trenched and now newly bedded boy soldier of barely eligible age as far as death is concerned. But to my disembodied throbbings, this predicament is quite matter-of-fact. He lays under a canvas canopy between khaki-coloured sheets. He's labelled a soldier. He's got himself hurt, hence the dying. Simple, yet effective. Try to ignore the pungent stench of broken bravery and the soft, blistered shuffles of sweaty teenage nurses. Ignore the rouge innards of this ever-engulfing tent and the brown-stringed elegant erection that spars so enthusiastically with the rattling French winds. Gather round him close, my pea-sized patriots, closer still to his pitifully perturbed eyelids. There's no need to be respectful, for this sad, claustrophobic moment in a madman's memory is to be used in such general terms as an earwig doorway and nothing more. So shrink to match and join me with a smile. We'll march past his eardrum. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Company, halt! Let us dig through the fear and advance over this neatly knotted compendium. Help me lift his early onset of carnal capillaries. I can feel us getting deeper. It's a long while since anyone has been this far. You'd better mind your step or the kid might wake up. If you look to your left, you will see that even in his formative years, he has some very enthusiastic yet highly controversial views in regards to love, loss and pain, and although this is not uncommon in penniless post-Victorian sprogs, it will be considered by future origins as a rather nasty shade of cruel and or malicious. And if you look straight ahead, how wonderful, there it is. Just what I was looking for. It may be small and hard to find, but here it is nonetheless, that homely mirage that can be found in any developed brain if you track back this far. Their home, your home, whatever form it may take, for this shrapnel-loving, hot-fevered Tommy boy, it lays in a blackened streak of perfect aim, which, although frequently used, is often regarded by the rest of its coloured palette as all black eyes, black smoke, and indeed black industrial country, conveniently centralised in Middle England. To some, this canal-miled metropolis may not be the most exotic of locations, entranced with evil dwarves and fairy kingdoms, but for him a lovely messy nest and far, far away from the bullying bullets and half-buried boredom. The delicious monkey bait I hope to entice you with, though, is not so much our landing spot, but rather the time period. You see, the Kaiser's in the dirt, and Mr. Nazi gas man is still sending messages. The celebrating is over, and it's business as usual. The usual being haze and shadow to the average consumer, pillared between two towering bookends of tearful playground tyranny. The year is 1925, May the 8th, Birmingham City Centre, Staffordshire, England. Landing coordinates 524862 north and 18904 west, respectively. We'll go on then. I expect you to jump in, or rather down, falling down, full with me, my warrior women and men of iron, through the atmosphere of empty clouds and passing pigeons. Let the sub-zero elements fling back your arms and embrace every fearsome flap of your shuddering clothes as we plummet down, down, increasingly down. You there, no need to scream, we'll float before we hit the firmness of the earth, I promise you that. Right, class, I want to see nicely pointed tippy toes passing the lamplights and softly land foot by foot firmly on the ground and pirouette, plie, plie, and finish with a flare. Is everyone accounted for? Good. Now we can begin.